Good day and welcome back to Coach Crick. Today we are joined by a very special guest, Kiel van Vollenhoven. His links will be posted in the description below. Vollies is a leg spinner at the cricket club where we both play. Vollies, you are going... this is going to be great. Vollies, when you are approaching a spell, what are your thought processes in going through it?
So I'd say in my first over, in a spell, dependent obviously as a leg spinner, you just want to get into your spell right, into your spell like good at the start. So you obviously got to sum up conditions and everything like that. So your first over, you're just looking to get that nice feeling out your wrist. And once that nice feeling comes out your wrist, then that's when you can start settling. So when I look to start my spell, I look to have just my main fielders out so that if I bowl and not such a good ball at the start, then it doesn't go for 4 and then you're under pressure from your captain. So if I bowl a bad ball, it goes for 1 and then I got more time to get into my spell.
Okay, so it's a sort of a confidence and security barrier at the same time.
100%. That's the main, for me personally, that's the main thing. If I feel confident and I feel secure, then I feel like it will help me settle into a rhythm quicker. If I don't feel confident and secure, then I always feel like I'm going to try too hard to find that perfect ball. And then when that happens, I feel like I can't do that. And then I'm under pressure and then I never find my rhythm.
Okay, no, that's fair. I remember I heard something that Shane Warne said the one day where he said in his first over of a new match or in a spell, he looks to bowl 6 stock deliveries, but all at a different pace to see how the pitch reacts and how the drift and everything's happening there. Do you agree with that, or do you try and find the right pace as early as possible and then bowl with that? I
agree with that 100%. I think it's Shane Warne makes it sound a lot easier than it is. Like, I promise you that for anything. But I agree with that. I think the pace for the pitch is the most important thing, because you could bowl your best ball at your perfect pace for say, but it might not react well on that pitch. So that means you either then have to bowl a little bit quicker depending on the pitch or a little bit slower on the pitch. So I think every leg spinner is different, but I think what Shane Warne said there is perfect. I think that's the right way to go about it and the perfect way to go about it.
He took many test wickets. Let's
not lie. You and best leg spinner of all time.
Also on top of that, so now how important is the feedback you get from the guys behind the stumps, your keeper and maybe your slip, with pace and what they see? How much do you take stock of what they say, and how much of it is your actual feel when you're bowling the ball?
I'd say for me it's probably 50-50. I think obviously the feedback from the keeper and the slip is extremely important as well for me, because well, they are witnessing what it's actually doing off the pitch. You're obviously in full motion, you can't exactly see it as well as what they are who are watching the ball and everything like that. So I think their feedback is extremely important and vital, especially with shape and everything like that and pace. I think obviously it's in the other 50%. I think it's as important as how it feels out the wrist, because you know yourself the best. You know what it feels like when you're bowling your best and how it's meant to come out, at your perfect pace or your perfect shape and all those sort of things and revs. So I think you got to go 50-50. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay, then obviously keepers get a massively good view of the game. They can see all the angles. How important is it for you to trust your keeper to get the angles right, and how much from your side would you like the keeper to take control, or would you like to take control of that more?
I reckon you have to. If you don't trust your keeper, I think you have to trust your keeper with angles. He's the one that's standing at the batter's end. He's the one that can see the angles. You at your run up, you can't see the angles as well as he can. I think you've got to relay your messages to the keeper. Listen, I want my backward point a bit more behind. I want my cover a bit straighter, a bit squarer, sweeper, so on and so forth. And then you've got to trust that your keeper gathers your information correctly and you relay it well. And then you just got to trust that his angles and how he knows you and how you bowl, that he'll sort you out perfectly.
Okay. And then last thing that I really just want to speak about. So obviously you get the 3 different formats. So you get 20 over cricket, you get 50 over cricket, and then you get time cricket. I'll say time cricket because
yes,
obviously in South Africa semi-pro cricket's 3 days, franchise cricket's 4 days, and then right at the top of the spectrum you look in test match cricket 5 days.
Yes.
So in all those different formats, your variations, how often do you look to bowl them in each format?
So if we look at it percentage wise, so we'll go from like your 3-day cricket, time cricket in essence. So I'd say in time cricket, I'd look to go 90% normal leg spin with varying it with pace and different flights and everything, and then 10% are your variations, where you've earned the right to bowl those variations by setting a batsman up, setting certain fields and those sort of things.
Taking your time to work a batsman to a place.
Exactly, because time in that essence, you're not going to run out of it. There's lots of time in the game, so you've got time to do that. I think in white ball cricket, your 50 over cricket or your T20 cricket, I look to go probably 50 over cricket right now. At club cricket, I look to go 60-40. So 60% leggies, 40% variations, because obviously time's not that, it's like a lot shorter, less of a factor. And then the batsmen are coming at you, so they trying to make the play. So runs are the big factor in that game, so you need to stop them from scoring runs. If you bowl the same ball over and over again in that format, you're going to get lined up. I think then in 2020 cricket, I'd probably go along the lines of it's 50-50. Every single ball is pretty much a different kind of ball, whether it's a different quicker leggy, slower leggy, or googly, slider, whatever. So in 2020, I wouldn't go percentage, but I'd say out of the 3 balls, 3 of them will be, or 2 of them will be a slider or a googly, whichever one reacts better. I might bowl that for the 3rd ball, and then different variations in the leggy.
Okay, but now that's based on like a standard pitch, basically.
That's based on a standard pitch.
So if you get like a dusty pitch, you probably look to go with your stock a bit more.
Stock more, yeah.
Because you're going to be beating the bat.
Exactly.
You're going to be on top already.
Exactly.
And then if it's probably a flatter pitch, you'd look at more pace variations.
100%. 100%.
How important is it for you as a spin bowler to bowl longer spells?
Incredibly important. As I touched on in the beginning, you want to find, especially as a leg spinner, you want to find a rhythm. So the longer you bowl, the better your rhythm becomes. So for example, if you're going to bowl, and that's where it comes back into so that if you're going to bowl badly or bowl not so great with bad fields, you get taken off quickly, and you can't have your long spell, which is essential to get into a good rhythm, and then you thus bowl better.
Okay, and then the consistency probably
gets better because you're bowling for longer, your rhythm's better, you're repeating your action often, your wrist is starting to flick out nicely, and then you can do it for long periods of time.
Okay, no, awesome. Thank you for this. Is there anything that you might want to add on this, or do you think we've covered a lot of what you'd go through?
I think we've covered pretty much everything, all the thought processes going towards my bowling and everything like that. Not batting, bowling.
Yeah, no, thank you for all this.
Perfect.
Good man.
Good man.
Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video or found anything helpful, please leave a like below, as this will help us with the algorithm. Remember to leave us your questions in the comment section below, as we do try to answer all of them. Lastly, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing it as you see fit.